Welcome to my stream for the day. Yeah, for today. Anyway. Uh, it's the middle of the day, so I can't play. I always end up bugging my mom. She does not like live streams. She wants some privacy. I have to respect that. Uh, just got my medication, so that's good. Went to the gym yesterday, worked on shoulders and arms, and I am sore as hell. Oh. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I get the metoprolol for my back tomorrow, so that's good. Oh boy. And I get my diet pills refilled tomorrow, and then after that month I get put on the GLP-1, so hopefully I can get back down to 175, build up some muscle, and actually start looking good. Looking well. Oh my god. I've been thinking of dressing up in some of my costumes today. Throwing on a couple of the costumes, doing live streams in those costumes. Because it's fun. I think it's fun. It's a nice day out today though, but it's a little chilly. So I don't know about a costume. Well, no, I could definitely wear it because I'm already wearing the pants of one of the costumes. So I just literally have to throw the boots on, the shirt on, and one bag on, and then my trench coat and my flight glasses. That would be it. That's the costume. So far, it's not done yet. It will be soon enough. Soon enough. I know it was more interesting when I was walking, but now it's getting chilly, so I do most of my walking at the Planet Fitness. I'm sorry if I constantly do that. There's a red-tailed hawk around this area, and I just earlier when I got home, I heard it do one of its screeches, and it was awesome because it's the one that you hear in cowboy movies all the time. That they say is an eagle cry, and it's not an eagle cry, it's a red-tailed hawk. So I have one that lives in my backyard way up. You can see, it's in the back. You can see its nest sometimes. But having there it is. When I came home, I saw this red-tailed hawk, and I heard it just let this cry out, and it's fucking beautiful. Because it's what everyone assumes an eagle sounds like, but that's not what an eagle sounds like. That sound that you hear in cowboy movies that's like eagles, it's a red-tailed hawk. So having this amazing bird have not only a nest around my house, but constantly be swooping around. I'm looking at it right now. Just what a beautiful bird. And hearing it have the cry like in real life, and it sounded like it was right off of a soundboard. I was like, dude, that was fucking awesome. I love nature so much. Hi, Brandon Durr and Dare and Rebecca Holloway. Hello. Pleasure to have you on the channel. I've been talking. I talk random things right now. Yeah, I'm just talking about. I got home earlier from picking up my medication, and as I walked out of the car, red-tailed hawk just. I hear a red-tailed hawk cry just right overhead. Look it up on YouTube. It's the sound that you think of when you see a cowboy movie and you hear the cry of the bird, and then you hear the wow, 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 and you hear that eagle cry. Hi, Holly. Yeah, that eagle cry is actually a red-tailed hawk. I'm sorry, my vocal cords are fucking fried. I've had a fall cold for 4 days now. Yeah, we're in different countries, my friend. Well, Brandon, my day's going so pretty well so far, honestly. It feels good to have my fucking meds again. To be back on clonazepam, but it feels fucking great. I'm not having random depressive episodes and anxiety episodes, so that's fucking awesome. Pardon my French, but like I swear, I'm a bit of a sailor mouth. I apologize. I'm a bit of a potty mouth. Um, But yeah, no, I was just watching this red-tailed hawk. Every once in a while, it goes out on a hunting run, and it'll go after the smaller birds that are flying around, and it's just really something to watch. It's for major depressive disorder, general anxiety disorder. Um, Today I will fly. Yeah, I wish. Oh man. Fun fact. Apparently, according to like physics and theoretical science that would work with physics, because you have to understand physics. Do I like ice cream? Who doesn't like ice? Okay, I like ice cream. I prefer frozen yogurt. I will say that. Any hoozles. Well, where was I? Oh yeah. In order for humans to be able to fly, we would have to have like a 20-foot wingspan from one side to the other. So it's like, bro, imagine trying. Like, I mean, sure, you could fly around, but with so many people flying around, like without any air traffic to like let you know what's going on or anything, how many people you're gonna fly into other people all the time? Like all the time. We would have to have the reflexes and the eyesight of like birds. Yeah, we're too dense. Our bones are way too dense. Birds' bones are quite brittle. That's why you got to be gentle with birds. And that's why, yeah, if we had wings, not only would the feathers have to be incredibly dense, but they would have to be about 20 feet across from side to side. That's a small airplane, like legitimately. That's like a hang glider, like no bullshit. Like so, yeah. Like, but I like little theoretical science things about that. I think it's fun. Um, my favorite flavor of frozen yogurt is black raspberry. Yeah, black raspberry, yeah. Holly, good for you. I'm not gonna. You know what? Good. Keep going for the auditions, do your stuff. My favorite superpower would be what Dr. Manhattan does in Watchmen, which is just being a living version of the universe. If you're sleeping, strawberry ice cream is the best. Hell yeah, dude. For ice cream, I like cherry a lot, but it turns out like a lot of cherry is actually just vanilla with cherry in it. And I'm like, this is flagrant misadvertisement. So, and sometimes they have nifty flavors like in the fall, like pumpkin. Like, so that's fun. Well, I wish I had acting auditions, like legitimately. Where I live, getting to any sort of acting call is one, gonna take a while, and two, sketchy at best. There's so many companies around here that are not really trying to actually make any. Why am I dumb? I said hi, Brandon. I said hi like 3 times. And it's you are dumb. So YOU''RE. Oh God. Pear flavored anything. Ugh. No. No. Pears are like a fruit that went bad and people just refuse to admit it. Like I swear to God. People that like pears, they're like, oh, you just gotta get used to the flavor. I'm like, that's not liking something. That's Stockholm Syndrome. Like, the same thing I say about coffee. If you have to learn to like the flavor, Um, that's Stockholm syndrome. Pear pie sounds good. I'm not gonna lie, that does sound pretty good, but that's because there's a boatload of sugar in it. You know, I'm gonna go for an apple pie first. What do I smoke? Well, right now this is a distillate called Cherry Rush. It's got about 86% THC and probably about 90% TAC. Yeah, pecan pie. Yeah, I can get behind that. Um, it used to be crack, John Henry, but I've been off the hard stuff for 4 years now. But I get my new teeth on the 30th. Okay, John. I can spot a low IQ judgmental prick from over an online comment. Like, just the fact that I've overcome heroin addiction and crack addiction and stuff like that, stuff that would have easily killed you, like, by the way that you talk, stuff that would have destroyed you mentally. And I came out on the other side doing well and getting brand new teeth, get everything done well. Well, because I don't like people picking on recovered drug addicts. I'm a big, like, kind of I got about that because I'm like, if you're so quick to make fun of me who's recovered, what do you say to people who aren't? Or how do you feel about people that aren't? And I got a problem with that, you know, because you don't know where they've been, you don't know what they've done, and they've probably been through more shit than you have. Like, so, you know, I get a little touchy. Um, Thank you, Holly. I appreciate that very much. Truly. Like, yeah, Scratch, Holly, you're good ones. Scratch Holly would have been like a cool add-on to the Hollies, like the hardcore Hollies in WWF, like back during the Attitude Era. I'm sorry, that was just a random thought. That was yeah, that was just a random thought. You can hear from my voice that I feel like shit, you know. Who are benefiting? criminal industries, including the American CIA. I was going to say the pharmaceutical industry, but it's not completely that. A lot of it is governmental pressure and the CIA, you know. But this is bought from an American store legally, you know. And I don't think the money that I spent buying crack or heroin, I don't think that went to anybody but my dealer, dude. Like, I don't think my money ended up in the hands of any fucking cartels. Trust me. Boy. And like, by saying that, are you supporting the? Are you saying that like drug addicts are supporting the cartel? Not the cartels are creating, along with the help of the CIA, are creating unbelievable amounts of drug problems in the country, and then using the rehabilitation system to be a dealer gets it from another dealer who got it from someone else, who got it from someone else, who got it from someone else. Now, sure, you can trace it all the way back, but how far you want to go back, bro? Like, how far do you want to go back? Do you want to go all the way back to the farmers that produce it, who are also being taken advantage of by the cartels? Because, dude, there's a lot of gray area in this. A huge amount that I know you know nothing about. I ain't no Heisenberg, okay? Like, but we got one right here, John Henry. You got a Heisenberg. Yeah, okay, not that far. Essentially, what do you want? What do you want a drug addict to do about it on the street? You want them to like take up arms and just go after the cartel? You want every drug dealer in America who, like, honestly, are 90% of the time trying to. I don't use anymore. Dude, how many? I've been clean off the hard stuff for 4 years. I smoke weed that's produced by the U.S., by my state. So, you know. Where there's demand, there's supply. I don't know if you've understood this, but throughout all of history, there's been a demand. When you drink coffee, you're getting it from Colombia. The companies in Colombia are using slave labor to get those coffee beans. Bro, nobody is innocent. Stop acting like you're not like profit, like that you're not funding blood money either. Like, come on, let's grow up. Sugar, caffeine, like kratom, Adderall, freaking Ritalin. Okay? Yeah, we kind of do, actually. In a sense that, like, people need to run off it every day, and then they wonder why they're so fucking cranky in the morning and why they feel like shit in the morning. That's called caffeine withdrawals. Now, I don't think that would be such a huge affectation upon the community, but you might notice a huge difference if you stop using, Yeah, there you go. There is no ethical consumption under capitalism. It's like I said when I was in rehab. I'm like, if you've been through here like 5, 6, 7 times, and actually, you might have seen you might not have seen families destroyed by coffee, but you don't know about any of the Colombian farmers that might have cartels leaning on them in order to make enough coffee beans to sell to the major companies. So maybe there are some families being destroyed by coffee. Maybe just not an American one. Everything is like in this country has been built on blood. I just wish I was allowed more. You wouldn't have been here anymore. I'm part indigenous, motherfucker. Get out of my country. Okay, how about that? Where are you from? Where your family from? Like, legit, where's your family from? Because a chunk of mine were born here on this continent before your people knew how to build boats. So... It's funny that your name's John Henry, too, which is like a really popular black character. Like a huge black character in history. That's some funny shit, bro. Feeding America. Hell yeah, helping the farmers market. Well, I'm trying to. Zero watchers. I'm fucking real. Indian runner ducks. Nope. No, I am not. That sounds like a weird thing. What about it, though? This thing that tells you your viewers is a liar. Or it's lagged. I don't know. I don't know what the deal is. They look like a bowling pin. That's fucking hilarious. Yeah, I decided to go, like, I got this because it kind of has, like, that whole, like, Hick Duck Dynasty, like, I'm a man, kind of, like, leaf pattern on it, but it's an Adidas jacket, so completely offsets it. I love subverting expectation. God, my throat is fucking torched. The allergies have just been destroying my throat. I'll be completely honest, I've been getting on my Instagram feed, which I should probably get rid of Instagram. Fucking holy shit. Like, there's no place on the internet that is not goddamn toxic anymore because it's all run by companies. Like, it's so annoying. Like, there's not a single place. Like, Ben Jordan and I were saying this shit back in 2008, bro. Don't privatize the internet. We were saying, do not privatize the internet. Everything will be behind a paywall. You won't be able to get music. You won't be able to get videos. You won't be able to get anything unless it's behind a fucking paywall. And we were right, dude. It took a while, but we were fucking right. And, like, that's what I always said, don't privatize the internet. Nobody fucking believed anybody, and now the internet's completely privatized and absolutely ruined by the amount of companies that are in it. Because there aren't actual fans out there making pages anymore. It's just companies feeding algorithms to people. You know? Like, and AI is not going anywhere. As much as I'd love for it to fucking disappear, like, it's not going anywhere. And we're not mature enough to use it correctly. You know, that's the shitty part. Like, we are not mature enough to use AI correctly. We should be using AI to make, like, tools that are so smart that they can do the work for you so that you have more time to spend on art, science, and like music. Instead, we have AI writing like reports, you know, making entire resumes and like, and what's the word I'm looking for, portfolios for people and dissertations for people, and making music for us. All the things that it was not meant to do. Things that it was meant to give us more time to do. Like, so it's just like, dude. But it's here. It ain't going anywhere. Yeah. Because it's convenient. That's why. Because it's fucking convenient. And the thing is, people complain about privacy, but they want more safety. And it's like, you can't have both. You can't have both. In order to have safety, you need to relinquish some privacy. That's always been the way it is. It's just, how much are you willing to relinquish to feel safe? And when does that feeling safe start looking like you're being overwatched? You know? But yeah, is it convenient? It's cool, you know, but the Patriot Act got us absolutely nowhere. Yeah. Fuck that. Fuck the Patriot Act. Yes. In order to be safer, one needs to sacrifice privacy, which is freedom. Like, and that's just the way that is. Like, and now with the introduction of the internet, I understand why people outside don't want to be filmed anymore. I get it. Because back in the day, if you saw somebody filming something on a tape recorder, you know, one of these sumbitches, like, you knew that that was just going to be a home movie. That was going to get watched by 5-10 people tops. Nowadays, if you get caught in the background of somebody's video or whatnot, especially these IRL streamers that go out into the public and do this shit. Excuse me. the the it puts a lot of people at risk unless you go back through the video and you blur everyone's face but yours, because there are some people out there that have moved cities to get away and be safe. Now, what if get, I think, that's probably a good, that's what I'm saying. Like in Germany, it's a pretty good standard, I think. But I don't think that it's asking too much. I think it's common sense. It's not conservative. It's not restrictive. It's just being polite. It's just like, hey, I'm going to take a picture with my friend. If I accidentally catch you, is that okay? Most people would be like, let me just get out of the way for you. But the internet feeds us these stories of these people that do not behave how 99% of the fucking population behaves. So, we've got this big division between men and women where I'm just like, dude, if you went out and actually talked to one another, in the same age group or close age group, or at least equal maturity, you wouldn't have this division between men and women, because you've got both sides. You've got the red pill sons of bitches that are steering young men in the complete wrong direction, and then you've got some of these young women that just they're willing to compromise a lot for money. That's all I'm saying. My ex was a adult film actress, and now I'm a little jaded against girls that's the first industry they go to. I'm like, yeah, that means that you don't have any intelligence or skill or talent that you could work with. Otherwise, you'd be doing that. Anyway. Yes, men and women are like the same brain, just in different bodies, and it's affected slightly differently by our hormones. That's it. That's all. That's all. We kind of all want the same shit. And it's incredible, how much, especially the red pill community, who, let's face it, are 90% incels. The red pill community, they love blaming everything on women and how women's gonna be your problem. And it's like, maybe, dude, maybe if you had one iota of ability to have introspection, you might figure out that you're actually after a lot of the same things. In fact, most the same things, which is to be comfortable with your partner, to feel a trust with your partner, to have your partner understand you on a level that is at a deep personal level, and to have a connection with them that you both respect one another and bring the best out of one another. That's what that's the information that young men should be looking for, and things like that. Not women are your problem and things like that. Yeah, prioritize, but if you meet someone special, don't necessarily let them go because you have some toxic mindset that was fed to you by someone who's a fucking criminal, which a lot of these alpha male bros are. It's like a lot of them are nothing short of pimps. I'd rather be broke and a musician my whole life than ever be someone like Andrew Tate. That sounds like a lot of fun, actually. Building a Gundam kit together with a partner. I used to build Gundam kits when I was in middle school. I actually combined the Tall Geese 3 with the Wing Zero, or the Custom Zero wing, the one that had the angel wings. I comboed the two of them, and I made it into my own character's Gundam, and then I redesigned one on the computer back in high school, and people were going batshit over it because I was really good at MS Paint. Before I got into Photoshop and shit like that, I was all about MS Paint. That was my jam. That sounds like a fun idea, though. I wish I could find a partner that was as into anime as I am, you know what I mean? But at the moment, a partner's just not on the cards, you know what I'm talking about? I don't have, I have a house. I don't have a job at the moment. dealing with trying to get diagnosed with autism spectrum disorder, because I've had so many therapists diagnose me with it, but they're not technically able to do that. You know, don't have a job, don't have a car, don't have a, you know, so so I understand why, like, you know, a woman would be like, what do you bring to the table? And I'd be like, darling, I barely bring a table. Like, I bring a stool that I can sit on. I'll be the table, you know, for a while. I can provide enough love to be the table. Like, you know. But if you're looking for money and success and shit like that, maybe down the road, I'm working on, like, you know, and music's my whole life. So, you know, maybe that'll pan out. You know, who knows? You know. So if a girl does take a chance on me before I make it big in music, I'm keeping her around. Like, I had 10 years of a wasted relationship. I'm looking for something serious, something that's gonna last out a long time, you know? Yeah, no, my story's sad, bro. I'm lonely. Lonely person. But I understand that, like, I'm rebuilding myself and turning myself into a better person, which is in turn hopefully going to help me find someone else. Having a job would also be nice, you know. But having, you know, been assaulted that 10 years ago, having taken the bat to the jaw, and having, like, probably like being on autism, probably having autism spectrum disorder, as well as massive anxiety, massive depressive disorder, and general anxiety disorder. Dude, I am a mess, you know? Yeah, that would be nice. I got other problems that get in the way of my sexual life, but it's like personal shit that honestly I'm incredibly embarrassed about, even though it did not happen in an embarrassing way. It's still something that makes dating extremely difficult. So, but that makes finding a woman, like, even more special if I find a woman that can accept me for whom I am. You know, it is what it is. It's not HIV. If you're thinking that, it's not that. Okay. But yeah, no, I'm looking for a girl that just likes me for me. You know, like the first girl I fell in love with, like she just loved me for who I was. She did not give a single solitary fuck about, like, how successful I was. You know, like that. Well, yeah, I'd say it. It's just then it's online, and fucking Christ. But I don't have a therapist, so it's like, you know, fuck it, whatever. I'll tell the story. With my ex-girlfriend, she decided to convince me to have a threesome with her and her friend. Turns out her friend had herpes, so gift that keeps on giving. But I haven't had a breakup for like 10 years. And the girl that was with me for like 6 years, and she never caught it. But try telling that to somebody. Obviously, you don't lead with that. But, like, once you've been in for a bit, you know, that's a big test. That's what I'm saying. You know? No, but I want you guys to understand, like, the situation I'm in. And I'm not, like, ashamed of it, because it's like I wasn't out sleeping around. Yeah. Yeah. Like, but I've been, like, completely symptomless for, like, 10 fucking years now. But that don't matter. Although it's crazy because, like, I think, like, it's up to, like, a third of the population has it now. Like, it's fucking crazy. It's up there. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of unprotected sex happening, that's why. Like, don't be a fool, wrap your tool. But it's like I said, it was someone I trusted. And here we are. But right now, I'm not really in a position where I want to be in a relationship anyway. I'm like, it's not fair for me to unload the amount of baggage that I need to deal with onto, like, some unsuspecting young lady, you know? Like, what is it? I'm 39 on the 25th, so what is it? Half your age plus 7? So let's say 39, fucking, let's say around, let's say around 19 plus 7, so 26 is the youngest I could go with. And, like, even that is a little much. You know what I mean? But I'd still like to have kids, which is what leads us to it, you know? Which is why I still have the dream of, you know, wife, kids, all that fun shit. But, like, the current climate of the, I'm 38. 38. Gonna turn 39 on the 25th. But I'm a young spirit and a youthful adult, so I usually don't come across as my age, which I'm okay with. But so I still hope for a wife and kids and all that fun shit. I just got to make sure that I've got myself together enough and enough money saved up to give them the life that my parents gave me, which was a really good life. I had a really, really good childhood. I was quite blessed, as they'd say. I want to give my kids the ability to have that, you know. Jesus, fuck, my throat is fucked. Ugh. Thanks. Thank you, Scratch. That means a lot. It actually really does. I am very insecure about my age. I wish I was in my 20s again. So bad. So badly. But can't turn back the clock. So, I'm sorry I do this, guys. I'm not trying to show off my arms. It's a nervous tick. It does help with the sore throat. I have been doing that. It's just that honey it's so thick and rich. Once it gets to my stomach's like, dude, what in God's name are you thinking? You know what I mean? Like, I used to eat a lot of toast and honey, and now I'm a little about honey. I've tried that raw honey before too. It's fucking disgusting. I don't know what anybody's saying about, like, oh, raw honey's fucking delicious. You should try raw honey on toast. I did, bitch. It's fucking disgusting. Like, I used to drink this tea called Throat Coat. Tasted fucking terrible. Absolutely fucking horrible. But it helped. Yeah, fuck. No. This is a nervous tick. Like, it's not itchy. It's just like, it's because I'm insecure about my shoulders and my arms, and so my natural tick is to try to cover them up as much as I can. And that's why all yesterday it was all lats, lats, shoulders, back, the whole fucking 9. And now, like, it all hurts, like, because look at me, I'm tiny, I'm itsy bitsy. But I've got long muscle. I don't have that boom muscle, Like, but yeah. I've been looking at that Alpha 1 shit that comes across Instagram from time to time. Jesus fucking Christ. I'm sorry, guys. I sound like RFK. Fuck. Like, my voice sounds like I'm gargling fucking drywall. Yeah, no, and people want to like downplay that, and I'm like, yo, RFK lost his ability to be a lawyer because of that brain worm. The man has drank sewage water. Now apparently autism is stored in the foreskin. Well, okay. Wow. Like I don't know, dude. I don't know. I don't know. I'm like, I'm autistic, dude, and I know a lot of autistic kids that are further on the phase than I am, and they're smarter than you, bro. Like much, much smarter. Like the dude, I don't know what the fuck. It's like, bro, I'm an ex-heroin addict, and like I would make a better fucking health director than you do. Like legitimately, because I've never eaten roadkill. And then found out that, oh, that's illegal to pick up roadkill off the side of the road, especially when it's a fucking black bear, you goddamn artard. Like, and then he dumps it in Central Park and tries to blame a bicyclist. That that worm ate more than just part of your brain, bro. Like, Jesus Christ, that man's brain is fried chicken at this point. Like just a clump of deep fried fat. This is our government. People wonder why I'm afraid of Americans. Jesus. Even though, yeah, I live here. Yeah. He thinks, it was funny, right? Yeah, no, he believes that autism can be cured. That's some bullshit, dude. Like, even if we found some weird cure for autism, I would not take it unless I knew it was reversible. Because I might not like who I am without my autism. That's part of me. And, like, it's built into your genetic code. Like, your fucking parabolic DNA. Where your chromosomes are. Where those live. Yeah, it's built in there. Something that is not an illness cannot be cured, is what you mean, right? That's what I figured what you meant. Yeah, exactly. It's like, dude, our brains formed this way. And people are like, oh, I know, I figured it out right away. Yeah, and when I was a kid, I was born in '86. They didn't know that autism existed in like multiple levels. When like people assumed autistic, they assumed nonverbal, hard to communicate with, all that fun shit. Um, so I got painted since I'm a phase one and I can come off as non-autistic relatively simply in public. That's from years of learning how to mask and learning how to teach yourself subtext and how to like read it, and it's still hard as fuck. Um, so finding out when you're older is like even tougher. Like, and especially having grown up in the '90s, where it was just like, oh, you're just a bad kid. Listen. Do exactly what you're told. You ask too many questions. That kind of shit. But, I came out the other side, okay? I think. I think my autism helps me out a lot with my music because of the mathematical aspect of it. But yeah, you got fucking RFK saying vaccines cause autism. The only study that shows anything that's remotely close to that says that vaccines may give autism that was already there a boost in being there. But that was from years ago. Like, I haven't seen anything reporting like that since then. Yes, exactly. It's just like, no, no, no. What do you really want from me? Like when I was at work, if they'd been like, give me directives, I'd be like, okay, cool. How exactly do you want this done? Because, like, if you want me to move boxes around and shit, I'm going to do it in a way that makes the most fucking sense to me. If you want it done in a sense that's done by the company or done by you, you need to come out and fucking tell me this shit. Like, and don't come back on me being like, why'd you do it like this? Motherfucker, because you told me to. Like, you know, it gets aggravating. But then when I found out I had it, I was like, well, that makes fucking sense then. Honestly, I'm really hoping I can start on the TRT treatments. Not because I want to get jacked or anything like that, but because I've heard it can cause your hormones to balance out in your head, and it can really help with depression and anxiety. And I would love to be able to get off this fucking medication and feel as good as I did when I was in my early 20s and late teens, you know? And, you know, so, and that would help that. And they want to put me on, like, Cyrillinity, no, wrong word, something, it starts with a C, fuck, and, it's a pill that you take, like, and it's in very small doses, and they're just trying to bring my count up from, like, 300 to 800, but, like, I can't get approved for a single fucking thing, because my goddamn credit score isn't in the fucking 700s, so I'm like, okay, I know where it is. What do I need to do to get it up to the 700s? Oh, I already did that, dude. Like, I changed my diet. I started going to the gym. And honestly, my depression feels a lot better. But with an anxiety and depressive disorder, shit's different. Like, shit's different. Because when it's an anxiety disorder, it's something where it's just like, okay, this isn't, or a depressive disorder, it's like, it's not something that's brought on by an event, like depression or anxiety should be. Excuse me. General anxiety disorder is actually a very, what I like to call misleading term, I think, because it sounds like you have basic anxiety disorder or like normal anxiety disorder. That's what it sounds like. General anxiety disorder. No, 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 no. What it actually means is something far like darker. It means your general state of being, just alive, is at a heightened state of anxiety at all times. It's higher than it should be. It comes from too many fucking amphetamines over the years, bad relationships, horrible relationships that I don't know why I stayed in, and that's what I'm saying, right? It should be called, yes, thank you. That's a really good way to put that. Thank you, Scotch. Yeah, it's very misleading. So, like, you know, to stay basic like I am right now and being comfortable talking with you guys and stuff, like, that took 5 clonazepam at once to do this, to just be normal. You know, so that's not right. I need to, you know, so that's why I was looking forward to TRT, but I can't get approved for shit because I don't have a job and, you know, I'm not on disability, so I can't claim that I have a bunch of extra money coming in, you know, and so I can't get approved for shit. So hopefully, come the 18th, we'll see if things can go in a proper direction and I can get a cost on the TRT treatment that's not going to be up near $5,600. that's gonna, because that's ridiculous. I can afford something a little lower than that. How do I get without food or disability pay? I get food stamps. I won't lie, but I don't get disability pay or Social Security. Um, I am honestly, there's nothing separating me from the guy on the street, other than my mom loves the shit out of me. Lets me, you know, I have a lot of. She wanted me to stay to help my dad when he was passing away, and then after he passed away, I didn't have the ability to move out. Like, to where, with what, how, so now I just help out around the house. My mom's 79. So I help out around the house, and I'm kind of the muscle for the house. But like, I managed to keep our house from getting uh, repossessed right from under us, and helped us get in the current deal that we're in now. So I've got my own stuff, but like 18th, hopefully we'll find out how that can work out with TRT program, because I'm looking forward to the mental stability that comes with it. That's what I want. Like, and then on the 30th, I get my teeth. And I've got a few places that are contacting me to try to be a teacher's aide with K through 12, and just help kids that have like autism or somewhat learning disabilities. And I've been approved for that, so looking to start that. But I also want to get back to college, and restart up my music career and start get that thing rolling again. I know I don't shut the fuck up about my music career, but like, it's a dream that I refuse to give up on. I just won't. I won't do it. I refuse. Oh. I know it would be more exciting if I was out driving around and stopping at places and stuff like that, but I am not that brave yet. I'm not one of those people that can like go to the mall and do an IRL stream and be like, "Yo, we're here at the mall." Like, I'm just not about that shit. Like, I think people do deserve a bit of respect, Yeah, but there's posts, and yeah, they're fine and stimulated. Jaw's doing just fine. Thank you, though. So yeah. Got Terminator teeth. But, yeah, that can be a problem, yeah. That's why I had to get bone grafts. But honestly, you don't feel them. Like, you don't feel them at all. And when you do have the teeth in, they feel like your fucking teeth, because you can feel them screwed into your jaw, so they like legit feel like they have roots in your jaw, so they feel like your fucking teeth. It's very, very nice, because they start you off with plastic ones to kind of get how it feels, but those break easy. So once they break, you gotta wait to get the other half. Well, I wait to get the other half of the money, and I'll have it on the 29th, so the 30th I get my teeth put in. Hooray. No, really though, hooray. Look at my mouth. Like my chin should not stick out that far. My teeth are usually like out to here. So it's like, it's actually going to change the way my face looks. It'll go back to looking normal. Thank God. Thanks, Nate. Yeah, it's been a fucking journey. Like, Jesus Christ. It's been stressful as fuck, too. Jesus fuck, my throat is fucking killing me. like, part of me thinks, like, maybe I should go back to the gym today. Like, I got nothing else to do. Like, maybe just hop on the bike, you know? Exactly. Closing into the finish line. After the teeth, then I can get my music equipment. Once I get the music equipment, get back out performing, and that kind of starts the ball rolling again. So, because I haven't got complaints about my music yet, not when I play live anyway. So this gotta fix first. I gotta get better. I'll take some cough syrup when I get inside. Jesus fuck. Yeah, it's like I might as well. There's nothing else to do. I could just like work on just cardio today. We'll see. My mom sometimes is in a pissy mood and doesn't want to bring me to the gym. But, you know, I get it. I suppose. I'd go a lot more if I was driving. You know how it is. Oi. Alright, guys. Off back to the fucking adventure that is my helter-skelter life. Be safe out there. That's the most important thing. Always. Take it easy, guys.